Hey, this is Nerion, and welcome back to another long overdue episode of First Take, the non professional game review series where myself and a special guest get to sit down and have a look at a short game or demo for an upcoming release from an indie developer. So, this is where we get to give some exposure to some of these smaller titles, these hidden gems that are out there on the internet. Some of these are from Steam and also itch.io, which is a fantastic website if you're a fan of playing indie short games. And joining me once again back on this series, who I've been very excited to have back, is the wonderful Mycelial Matt. Welcome back, buddy.
Thank you, Nerian. It is my pleasure to be here.
I'm glad it's your pleasure. Now, we have to forgive Matt. He's a little under the weather, but despite that,
I'm sorry.
Despite that, he has made every effort to be on our show today on First Take, which I really, really appreciate. So thanks again.
Oh, my pleasure. I really like how a lot of these indie games are going with the retro pixels and graphics and focusing on game mechanics. There's a lot of games out there that are doing that, and I, for one, enjoy them very much so. More of a challenge to the mind than,
Yeah, it doesn't have to
stunning
be
visuals all the time.
I mean, stunning visuals are great. There are definitely some games out there which have that, plus everything else, like Star Citizen and games like God of War and Horizon Zero, Horizon.
Oh, they're beautiful.
But those are, there's like so many of those, I think that there's usually less that are kind of like great all around. Whereas with the retro games, not only are you getting some nostalgia, you're also, getting, it's a passion project because the developers haven't really got any publishers breathing down their necks or pressuring them for, hitting certain milestones to get stuff done by. So I feel like, when it's a passion project and it's purely a passion project, you can see it in the end result with these games.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name drop too many, but like Stardew Valley was a really popular one that was very retro visually, but very complex game mechanic wise.
Yeah. So you know nothing about what the only thing I told you is that we're going to be playing an Eldritch game, which, Lovecraft is one of our favorite genres because you were on the last episode of First Take, we did Dagon. Today we are going to be looking at a game that's called You Will, and in brackets, Not Remain. It is a Eldritch horror game. It just came out on the 7th of January. It is a short game that is available on Steam, and it's developed by Bedtime Phobias.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, they did put something in the publisher in the publisher name on Steam and it's kind of funny. They put "No way, we're indie baby, of course." So it's kind of funny. The short description for this game is you must stay in your apartment as the city around you falls to an eldritch horror. And that's as much as I'm really going to give you as the premise. And
I'm excited. This is cool.
So for anyone who's not familiar with this series, I'm going to play through the game. Matt's here to obviously enjoy and watch along with me, and we're going to give
backseat game a lot.
We'll give some thoughts on the fly, but at the end of this video, we'll have a review where we'll score different aspects of the game. So we're already kind of in, so let's get started. This game was made on the land of the Wurundjeri Woi-Wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. I really hope I'm saying all that correctly. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Sovereignty was never ceded. Colonial violence never stopped.
So, okay, I'm reading it in a different light now. I thought this was the game starting, so I didn't bother to really read it too much. I thought we were going to go over it. I see now. This is wonderful. I love it so far.
Yeah, this is nice. You Will Not Remain is a story about isolation that contains dark themes and deals with mental health issues. These include, but are not limited to, anxiety, depression, dissociation, and suicidal ideation. So This is also interesting because in our gaming community, doing it wrong, we actually do have sections to bring awareness for mental health. So this is interesting.
I think this is wonderful. Oh,
I'm
man.
I'm gonna have to recommend this to some more people.
Right.
And we're not even
Way
in
to
it
put a
yet.
spotlight on these issues.
Right? This is great. No, this is good. I'm already loving what you guys are doing, Bedtime Phobias. This is great. And here we are. This is the main menu. I'm going to a little peek at the controls. WASD, space to interact, and F for full screen. So,
WSD in space.
yeah. Play. You will not remain as a short game intended to be played in one sitting. There is no saving.
Okay. Are you in it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's time to wake up. Again, how many more again will you have? Oh, again, I'm misreading that. I thought that was a G for some reason. How many more agains will you have? How long have you been here? Does it matter? Okay. I thought like something was like wrong in the bottom right corner, but that's just the wall, I guess.
Yeah. Instant existentialism.
So it's just WASD in space. I guess I can interact with purple things.
Right up.
The leaves are dropping. You should water it.
Drooping.
My God, my readings. I apologize. You fill the watering can and take it to the plant. You soak the base, hoping it's both enough and not too much at the same time. You've never been good with plants, and sometimes trying too hard is what kills them. Oh.
Coffee.
Hang on one sec. I'm just going to try something real quick. Okay, sorry. I just, I'll edit that. Okay, coffee. Coffee? 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 You still have plenty of grounds. And instant when you're desperate. You haven't even gone through all the apartments on this floor. Oh, okay, so maybe this building's abandoned? Making it is as much ritual as it is comfort. You cradle the cup in your hands, warmth seeping into your fingertips. This is really well written, aside from my terrible reading skills. It grows cold as you stare at the sink, the ceiling, the strange shapes your hands make around porcelain. You pour it down the sink, wash the cup before putting it away. Maybe tomorrow will be easier. Wow. Thoughts so far?
Enchanted.
It's very well written, right?
I like the grammar, the syntax.
Yeah, when I'm reading it properly, it's great, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hit and miss there. I mean, right from the very beginning, here we go again. How many more agains will you have?
Yeah, it's not like it's not throwing it in your face like aggressively, but it's kind of subtle and but brings your attention to it at the same time. Like it's done very well. Channel after channel of nothing. Okay. I guess I can't interact with anything else. I think we are pretty much just limited to the purple. Oh, there's something in the distance. Is it getting bigger, or was it always that size?
Be so blasé about it, so it's been there for a while.
Yeah. If you're prone to poetry, you'd almost say it was beautiful in a fatalistic sort of way. But you're not. Haven't been for some time. You've run out of pretty metaphors for awful things. Okay. No. Oh, okay. There we go. I was trying to find how to get back. There's not much else to do. You could walk circles around the apartment, or you could go back to bed. Bark, bark. Ooh. Is that a dog? Impossible. It's been weeks since you've been stuck here. You would have surely heard it before this. Bark, bark, bark. How?
Oh. I like the sounds.
That's great. You better go see what it is, just in case.
What do you got to lose?
Exactly. It's the end of the world. Come on, open the door. You know you can. Can't you? Bark, bark. You can do this. Come on. Like, saying the words will help. Just do it. It's wrong. Everything is wrong. You don't belong here. You need to get back inside. It's only down the hall. You can do this. You can do it. I believe. Let's go. Oh, he's in here. There's something wrong with this apartment. Is that a dog? But it doesn't look like any dog you've seen before. Its thin skin stretched tight across ribs, long body, all bones and hard angles. Hey, it's okay. I'm not here to hurt you. That's right, everything is okay. Aw. You want to come with me? Is that a yes? Maybe have a look at the TV real quick. Oh,
That's a window, I believe.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a TV.
That's the giant thing outside.
Oh, is it? Well, you're more observant than I am.
I think. You know, Sexta would love this.
Probably, yes. The dog jumps forwards before you can react. You brace for pain and instead feel the drag of its tongue across your chin. It pants happily as it tries to lick every inch of your face. Whoa, down. Drops to all fours, looking obediently up at you, tongue lolling out of a mouth, dissected by wickedly sharp teeth. Well, it's this way, I guess. You're glad to leave. Something is wrong here. A new kind of emptiness. No bed, no chairs, no life. How did the dog even get here? When the two of you leave, it will be like nothing has ever been here at all. The dog follows at your heels, nose sniffing furiously at the air. Just a little further. Oh, I can't go that way.
You're going back to your apartment.
Yeah, no, I was thinking if I could do some exploration. Can I go this way?
Mouth.
I'm curious. Okay.
Or heart.
How far can I go? Can't take the stairs. Okay, back inside we go. The dog runs in ahead of you, tail wagging so hard it makes a loud thump when it slaps the wall. Glad to see you like it. This is enough excitement for one day. It's time to go to sleep. Bed. I guess you're sleeping with me. Okay. You peel back the covers and slide into bed. The dog is a warm, sprawling mass above you, content to be pushed around as you make yourself comfortable. When you've settled into the sheets, it lays its head across your neck, warm and metallic breath lulling you to sleep.
Gross.
Oh, what? Oh, what happened? You're dreaming again. You remember being worried about her. You remember waiting anxiously at the door. You remember how the apartment still smelt of her for weeks, the sweetness of her perfume lingering in the sheets. They don't smell like her anymore. Oh gosh. Okay. Can I? Radio static. Okay. No. Stay. You can't do this again. You don't think about it, it's like it never happened. Stay inside. Oh, please. No. I think the dog's woken us up. That's only one way to be woken up. You can't complain though, not when it saved you from... Bark bark. Right, you have a dog now, a very strange looking dog. We should water the plants.
Do you water the plants every day?
Sorry?
I'm wondering if you're supposed to water it every day.
Oh.
Because it was talking about trying too hard.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe I'll skip the next one. It's not dead. Maybe that means something.
So positive messages, so we should be alright.
Oh, let's
A cup of coffee sounds good.
you make coffee just like every other morning. You cradle the cup in your hands, staring at the walls and the cage of your fingers around the cup until the liquid cools. Just like every other morning. But this time, something is different. The dog is here, looking more at home than you've ever felt. The coffee is cold, but you drink it anyway. Bitter all the way down. Are you hungry? I guess time to feed the dog. You're lucky we don't have any neighbors. Get it water, then fill a bowl with what's in the fridge. Patience, sausages, and double toasted bread. You hope it's good enough. When you
Double toasted bread.
once you've toasted it twice, I don't When you set it down, the dog lunges desperately towards the food. It's eaten so fast you barely see it chew. You better not throw that up. Well, you fed the dog, may as well feed yourself. You cook with whatever you can find, thankful for the electric stove top. You eat from the pan, standing over the stove. No one's here to judge you.
I do that.
Sometimes that's the best time to eat. You've already fed the dog. What do they want? Okay, what do you want? Stand in front? You want to leave? Okay, you're the boss. Maybe he wants to go for a walk.
Yeah.
It's easier to manage the terror that climbs up your spine when the dog is so happy to be outside. Where are we going? Hold your horses. Come back now, you hear? Oh, I guess we're going outside.
Maybe on the roof.
Oh, on the roof. You've never been up here. Oh, we're gonna play catch.
On the roof. It's a good idea.
Oh, You're worried if you stare too long, you might fall in. The dog stares at you, imploring, and for a moment its eyes flash violet. No, you're imagining things. It's just the dog. Throw the ball. Message received. You can almost ignore the lilac glow when you're playing fetch. Forget for a moment that vast, otherworldly thing stretching through the sky. The dog doesn't seem worried about it. Ah, he's got a ball to catch. What time is it? Noon, evening, probably midday. At least one of them, maybe even all of them. Yeah, knowing Lovecraft, it could be any time, all times of the day. I think that's enough for one day. We can come back tomorrow. Someone's in a rush. I really love the music in this.
Yeah, the audio is well done. The sound effects are great.
Didn't take you long to figure out home. The dog looks proud of itself. Okay then. Back inside. You're so tired. When was the last time your lungs had tasted fresh air? You can't remember. I'm sorry. I think that's all I have for today. Guess this is my life now. Should I poke my head out that door?
I think so.
Nothing's changed. To bed again, I guess. You crawl under the covers. You still haven't washed them. Not since... The dog lays atop of you, heavier than expected seeing as it's skin and bone. It cuddles into you. Knife-long teeth a whisper from your throat. You can feel its heartbeat through the blanket, the gentle expanding of its chest beneath your hand. Okay, here we go again. Dreaming. You wish this was over. Aye, there we go. Stay inside. If you don't let them in, they can't get inside. Silence, no sound, no thought. You type in her number into your phone. You know off by heart. The sound of the buttons are a familiar melody. Ring ring. It rings out. You try again and again and again. Ring ring. Nothing. Miles and miles of nothing. Maybe she's fine. You try to convince yourself. Don't let anyone in that isn't already inside. She has to be inside, maybe already downstairs, just in time. Just in time. Oh. Another day.
I'm extremely captivated.
Yeah, this is...
I know, I'm not...
Yeah, no, it's done extremely well. I'm not going to water the plant this time, though.
I mean, go ahead, why not?
Really?
Last time, I didn't say anything last time. Maybe I'm reading too much into it.
When you touch the soil, it's bone dry. It seems like it's always thirsty. A need so deep it couldn't be slaked by an ocean.
Yeah, I was wrong.
Sorry?
I was wrong. See, it needs more love.
Yeah. You used to know something about need. Now you won't let yourself remember what it means to need anything, let alone want it. Okay. First things first, coffee. You make it, hold the cup until the liquid cools. You look down at it, foreign in your unfamiliar hands. You pour it down the sink. You win some, you lose some. Guess it was a difficult day to have some coffee. Here you go. You're slowly getting used to living with the dog. How long has it been now? You can't remember. You should probably name them. Do you think the dog is some kind of eldritch creature?
Yes.
Or maybe the person is an eldritch creature. What's your name? You can't keep calling them dog after all. Bark. That's very helpful. How about Rex? Wine. Marble? Wine. Marble sink? Marble sink? Oh my god, my reading's terrible. Wine. Gas stove? What the? Shank? Bark? Lamb shank? God. Lamb shank? Really?
Really? I don't like it.
Alright, you're the boss. The newly named Lamb shank looks absurdly pleased with himself. What a great name. And we're off to play fetch again. Bark. Bark, bark, bark. Okay. Nothing has changed. The sky is, it's there. Don't think about it. Yeah. If I see Eldritch Horror, I tend not to think about it. Fetch. How long has it been since you became stuck here? Someone could tell you it had been weeks, months, or years, and you'd believe them. It's not like you can see the sun anymore. Sometimes you forget what other people look like, the way their skin feels, how the muscles in their backs shift when you hold them. Just the thought of touching someone makes your skin crawl. You feel claustrophobic and desperate at the same time. Wrong. I mean, it must be a hell of a long time to go without seeing people. That's enough. Time to go back. I mean, either the perception of time's gone because it's Lovecraftian, or they've just been alone for so long now.
Perhaps a bit of both, but I think you're right. The isolation just... When do you sleep? When do you work? When do you... Because I think the sky is just all tentacles now, right?
Pretty much, like some kind of like lilac color because of the creature. You should eat something. But maybe you shouldn't. You only ate 5 minutes ago, right? Or was it 5 days? Oh god, no. Do you think I should eat lamb shank? Sorry, do you think I should eat lamb shank?
Bark! Exclamation point.
You cook a meal of whatever you can find and eat it over the stovetop. I'm coming.
Wow.
Bedtime. Wait. Oh, can I go back outside? I'm always curious, like, is there something else that I can find?
I'm wondering if this game is not just railroading us to tell us a story, which would be fine, because I'm pretty pleased so far. But yeah, sometimes there's things snuck in.
You were a different person before this new existence, at least you think you were. You remember feeling more, not just often, but also deeply. The emotions had names, and you could easily place them to the way your mind and body vibrated in time with your heart. You can't name what you're feeling anymore. Are unsure if you even are. A chasm yawns inside of you, slowly growing with each moment you spend in this in-between. You want to think of who you used to be, what you were outside of these walls. But there is nothing left to think about. Wow. Yeah. I mean, they really tap into some deep stuff here. I can cook again?
Give it a shot.
You should eat something, but maybe you shouldn't. You only ate 5 minutes ago, right? Or was it 5 days? Do you think I should eat lamb? Do you think? Do you think I should eat lamb shank? Okay, good call.
I need a lamb shank.
You cook a meal of whatever you can find and eat it over the stovetop. I'm coming. I probably just ate twice because I can't remember how long it's been all the time.
Gotta eat some of those feelings.
You and Lamshank are used to this dance by now. You settle in together and drift to sleep. Oh, here we go again. You'd do anything to wake up, but that isn't how this works. Don't look at the sky. I think I'm gonna look at the sky. The sky. What's wrong with the sky? What could have possibly happened to the sky? It's how it hurts to look at. It's wrong. Not made for this world, but somehow captivating all at the same time. All the same. How did I add all those extra words? But why? Maybe you're imagining things. You must be. This isn't real. This can't be real. A fever dream, surely. If you go back inside, the world will return to normal. It has to. She'll come home and everything will be the way it always was. Sure. Bzz. Okay. This is your public service announcement. The voice is robotic, clinical, and detached while the world forever changes. Do not let anyone in that comes from outside for the safety of yourself and others. We repeat, do not let anyone in from outside. No. Our homes are safe as long as we are in them. Do not let anyone in that returns from the outside. We repeat, people from the outside are displaying signs. Signs of what? Predictable. Oh, let's go to the plant again. You take care of the plant. You don't feel like you're there when you water it. Your hands are unfamiliar, your body unfamiliar, your mind alien even after all this time. Anything on the TV? Used to wonder when the power would turn off. You don't wonder about it much of anything anymore. It's time to feed Lamshank. Now let's feed him first. You fill up the food bowl. You used to go to bed excited for your morning coffee. Now it's just another thing you do. See if it's still outside. Lamshank likes it on the balcony. You don't. Something about him shifts under the lilac sky, pushing to be free. He looks hungrier out here, more alien. Oh, okay. Guess we're gonna go back inside. Lamshank has decided it's time for fetch. Of course. Gotta keep Lamshank happy. And
Also
off we
wonder
go.
if this whole world and the characters so far don't represent facets of a person.
Yeah. It feels like that might be the case.
I mean, the thing in the sky included, of course.
Hmm. Sometimes you think about going outside and being done with it all. Finished. But you have Lamshank now. Yeah, gotta keep Lamshank happy. You won't walk down the stairs and pry the boarded doors open, fingernails catching on wood and nails as you claw yourself out. No, you'll stay here. And play fetch. For however long that is. Time to go, Lamshank. Time for bed. Yep. Oh, that's weird. You can hear something. It's the radio? Hello? What? Is anyone there? No, you're imagining things. It's not possible. It can't be. Hey, it's okay. I'm okay. Are you? Lamshank's eyes are wide, body trembling above yours, scared. You've never seen him like this before. Did the radio frighten him? Everything feels so fuzzy. You pet Lamshank, running fingers down his spine, each vertebrae sharp against them. You're so tired. Oh, here we go again. What should you do? People from outside are marked. They can only get in if you let them in. We cannot stress this enough. Do not let her in. She will hurt you. That's very specific. She's here. She's safe. Do not let them in. They will hurt you. Please, babe, let me in. I'm scared. We repeat, they will hurt you. I don't think I have any option but to choose opening the door, right? You're at the door, unable to open it, heart beating so hard you can taste blood in the back of your throat. You want to let her in. You do, but nothing feels real. Everything feels real. You try to move, to open the door, but your body isn't responding. It's like watching someone else, like you're no longer there. Like you're watching yourself, like someone else would watch you. Babe, please, I'm so scared. So are you? White noise. White. You don't think you could let her in if you wanted to? Not safe. The screaming starts. You are brittle, and this is what breaks you. Oh. Oh, I think we got something new to interact with. I'm up, I'm up. Is anything real? What can we do over here? Is anything real? Am I gonna get the same response from everything? Is anything real? You water the plant just in case. Okay. Is anything real? Real or not, you need to feed Lamshank. You fill up the food bowl. Is anything real? Wow, just they're losing motivation now to just do the daily stuff they were doing before. Is anything real? Guess we're going back outside to play some fetch on the roof. If this is real, does it mean anything? And what's worse, that this isn't real? Or that it is and means nothing at all? Oh gosh. There's some big questions to ask yourself. You can't even remember what she looked like, how she smelled. I can't recall how she fit within these spaces.
Getting a lot of codependency vibes.
Well, I mean, humans tend to be like thrive on like community, right? Or at least like,
yeah, we're social creatures to be sure, but codependency bad.
Yeah. Not a chance. Okay. I guess we're crawling back into bed again. You pull back the covers to get into bed. You're already half asleep. Attention, citizens. Oh, okay. Attention, citizens. The city has fallen. Oh no. That's enough, Lamshank. In the coming months, we will be evacuating any remaining survivors. Ooh. Lamshank, we might be able to leave. Make sure to keep your radio on to receive pickup coordinates. Animals have been
distracted.
Lamshank, what's wrong? Lamshank looks nervously around the room, flinches at the sound of the radio. We will tell you when it's safe to leave. It's okay, let's go to bed. Everything is going to be okay. Yeah, the most important part cut off there at the end. You get under the covers. For the first time, Lamshank doesn't join you. Anything but this. Uh-oh. You can't open it. You turn your back against
the girl in and she got tentacled.
Yeah. You turn your back against the door, then slide down until you're a pile on the floor. We repeat, do not let anything in. The screaming continues. On, and time passes and stops and starts, the radio cracking in and out of life, her screams softening, please getting weaker as the days stretch into each other. 2 weeks later, the radio goes quiet. So does she. Are you alone? White noise, nothing but the ringing in your head.
2 weeks later?
Yeah. Somehow the silence is worse than the screaming.
So she was screaming out there for 2 weeks.
Apparently.
Or something out there sounding like it was her screaming for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you wake slowly. You're used to Lamshank acting as an alarm, all wagging tail and doggy kisses. He's across the room, staring out the balcony door at the sky above. Your dreams always return to her, though each time the memory is fuzzier, worn by time. Was she even marked? You'll never know. You water the plant. Something burns in your chest, but you can choke it down. Without you, the plant would die. This is true. You fill the bowl, but Lamshank doesn't come running. Lamshank, food time. He ignores you. Come on, you need to eat. We're leaving today. Remember, citizens, we have cleared the way. Oh, let me grab the coffee first. No, you can't. Your stomach keeps turning over and over like something is trying to escape alive. Oh gosh. You leave it, the cup strangely lonely when filled to the brim. The pickup zone is... It's time to go. I'm just gonna pop out on the balcony one last time. Oh, nothing. You'll never see this place again. Is that a good thing? You see the thing on his... Is his tail got changed, or is it always like that?
The character mentioned that the dog was like wrong, like all right angles.
What does leaving this place mean? What does the world look like outside these walls, outside the city? Do you still belong out there? With people and their soft skin, soft hands, soft hearts? Will they now be as alien to you as the sky? There it is, the door. Come on, Lamshank. There was a time where slowly, one by one, people left. There were no boards then, just a closed door with the world outside growing further and further away. You didn't see them often, the few that remained with you, but you could hear them, human sounds that hummed in the background when you least expected. You pull down one of the boards. Hush, Lamshank. The noise had been comforting. You weren't alone, but they didn't last forever, and over time faded into nothing. They must have left, taking their chances in the city falling around them. Anything better than staying here, being inside, trapped like a rat in a cage, every day, played out again and again until... You pulled down a second board. Lamshank, that's enough. You've never yelled at Lamshank before. Shame blooms deep in the pit of your stomach, but you can't look at him. You know that if you see the fear and desperation in his eyes, you'll never leave. Should I continue or go back to Lamshank, what do you think?
You have a choice?
I don't know. Let's find out. I can go past Lamshank, though. The curiosity in me is going to just venture off all the way to the right real quick, see if I can take the stairs for whatever reason. No, it's not purple. I'm always worried I'm gonna like miss some kind of like secret or something. Well, Lamshank doesn't want us to leave. It'd be funny if it's Lamshank that's safe and the thing on the radio is like the monster.
Right.
You pull down the final board, a beginning and an end, you think. You'd been the one to put them here, a reminder to never leave as the city's siren song promised, an escape. You lay your hands on the door, palm against the cool thick wood. Lamshank, you ready? Whimper. He's trembling uncontrollably, eyes darting around the room so fast they roll into the back of his head. You pull a key from your pocket, fit it into the lock, turn the handle. Oh, we saw that coming. Lamshank lashes forward, closing teeth on your sleeve. With a vicious yank, he pulls you backwards away from the door. Lamshank! Lamshank, what's going on? Every inch of his stretched skin looks like it's ready to fight. Lips peel back from inch-long teeth as saliva drips from a maw gaping impossibly open, wide enough to swallow someone whole. Lamshank! Knock, 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 knock. No. Knock, 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 knock. It can't. Or Lamshank is saving us? Inside, you're inside again. What happened? Lamshank runs to his abandoned food. The leftovers of leftovers that you'd served still there, silent. Did it get you too? Did everyone else hear the radio? Follow its lure to the door? Lamshank happily devours the food, ghostly tongue scraping the dregs from the bottom of the bowl. Thank you, Lamshank. Yep. He jumps on the spot, looking absurdly proud of himself. Really, I mean it. Hold your horses. Can you go back to this in-between life for a fetch and half-consumed coffee? Is it really that easy?
Radio.
Nothing. You're not sure what you're expected. Yes, the radio. Nothing. Tonight, maybe tomorrow, or maybe a week from now, you'll throw the radio from the rooftop. Lamshank was right to be afraid. Nope, this is still the same. I guess we gotta... So what do you think? Follow Lamshank or see if I can leave the building?
Go check.
At least go see if it offers the option.
I still have my suspicions about what the outside is, what it all means.
Better not.
Ah.
I got an achievement for that though. Escape artist. Okay, I guess we're gonna go play some more fetch. So, yeah, I guess as one of the things I suggested, it was something trying to lure you outside.
Is the outside? I'm not completely convinced the outside is so bad.
You've gotten used to the violet light beaten down from above. The creature seems satisfied, if such a thing is possible. It's not roiling in the clouds, instead breathing slowly around the tips of skyscrapers. The longest, softest breath you've ever felt vibrate through your bones. Don't throw that too far. Is this it? Is this everything? Is this where you must remain? Okay, so now we come to the game review portion. So, again, if you're not familiar with our series, it's slightly different to what you're used to. So it's a 3-point scoring system. 3 out of 3, we loved it. 2 out of 3, it's decent. And 1 out of 3, it's a thing. So this is just generally how we feel about it. Something to score 3 out of 3, it doesn't have to be perfect. Some things can still have suggestions for improvement. So again, it doesn't have to be 100% perfect to get a 3. And we will be looking at gameplay, visuals, sound, and story, followed up with a final verdict and final thoughts on how we felt about this title. Yeah, so let's kick it off with gameplay. So, I mean, it's a narrative-driven game. So I mean, it's very simplistic as far as how the game functions. It's WASD in space, pretty much. What are your thoughts on it, Matt?
Well, so like you said, it's a narrative-driven game. It's telling us a story. That is the gameplay. There's WASD space, so this isn't God of War or anything. But with this simple mechanic, I think it used it and its art style and everything, and the writing to tell us a story, and I think it did its job very, very well.
Yeah, I think they utilized the gameplay mechanics in such a way that it didn't detract too much from what they were trying to focus on, which was the narrative. And to be fair, there was more controls than what we had when we were playing Dagon, so that was just looking and clicking. This
Well, you didn't have to go and it's not much, right? But I like games that offer you little nuggets of lore and whatnot.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go to the exit sign.
No, and
that's the only thing that had to happen.
No, and I got an achievement, so there was like extra dialogue by doing a little bit of exploration. So exploration-wise, there was a few extra things there, which was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't really have to, like in a lot of cases, before you were prompted to, go to the door to leave your apartment, there was still other stuff highlighted. You didn't have to, you could have just left. You didn't have to interact with the coffee and the plant. And I got achievements for a lot of things, like watering the plant every day. I got the green thumb achievement. So there was several achievements I got just throughout playing this. Which will probably actually show up in my recording because I'm using screen capture, so you'll see this in the final. You'll see that in the final version. But yeah, gameplay. It serves what the developers are trying to achieve here. It serves its purpose really well, and doesn't detract from the core part of this game that what they're trying to focus on with the narrative. So we're going to be scoring it a 3 out of 3. We loved it.
It didn't feel annoying like some walking simulators, right? Like that was just the level of engagement we needed for the story.
Exactly. So we're moving on now to visuals, and yeah, a very sort of retro, pixelated experience. There's more of these games. I think this is what we were discussing at the beginning of the episode. We're seeing more of these types of games cropping up now, where they offer a lot more than some of these AAA titles. Like they're it's a very rewarding experience. And I really liked the overall visual aesthetic for this. Nice use of the color purple or lilac, I guess.
Yeah. I love this abstract pixel art style that they've gone with here. I think it's
Yeah,
wonderful. It's minimalistic, abstract. I don't know. I love the whole thing. This is not to me a lesser visual. It's a different type of aesthetic, right? 3D rendered, beautiful graphics. We keep referencing like a la God of War versus this and Stardew Valley and Undertale. It all has its own charm, and I think this was extremely charming. I loved it.
yeah, no, I 100% agree. And I think sometimes one of the nice things with like these sort of pixel graphic type games where it's not very detailed, it also kind of leaves it up to you to kind of use a bit of imagination on how you think it would look more. You're not, because obviously, yeah, it's not super detailed, so like we can't really tell how the character really looks. I mean, it's not super clear, so you kind of just you fill in the blanks yourself, with your own imagination, which I always used to do when you're playing those older games growing up as a kid. Do you have anything else you'd like to add in regards to the visuals?
No, I can't praise it enough, honestly.
Right. So what are we giving it, Matt?
Oh, 3, easy.
So yeah, it's a 3 out of 3. We loved it. Moving on to sound, and I think this was one of the first things you commented on when we
Yeah,
started playing, so I'll let you start with this one.
I loved the sound. The sound engineering is great. It's nothing fancy. They're cute sound effects. They let you know what's going on action wise. They fit, and it's consistent throughout. So I have zero complaints about that.
Yep, I agree. The use of the sounds for everything, including the dog, done really well, and fits very well with the aesthetic of the game too. So
That
every
background music the whole time too.
yeah, I think that was probably the background music was also maybe part of the reason why the simple gameplay wasn't really boring. Like just walking through the corridor and that, and you weren't moving super quick, but I think the music kind of just kept you sort of chill. You weren't really thinking about it, and so yeah, I think that it definitely hit its mark. It hit the mark for me, 100%. So, on that note, we are also giving sound a strong
There's
3 out of
something all
3.
over this game.
Yeah. We're really impressed, honestly, so far. And yeah. So 3 out of 3. We loved it for sound. Moving on to story, and I think this probably deserves the biggest chunk of this segment to be discussed, because right off the bat, you're told early on, and even on their main page, that this game is focused on talking about anxiety and dissociation and depression and suicidal ideation. So
I figure I cannot empathize too hard with the feelings people had isolated during the pandemic because I never stopped working. So I was out every day. I never once felt the cabin fever, but this kind of reminded me of that.
yeah,
Stuck in that building, can't go anywhere. It's dangerous to go outside because this alien threat that you can't conceive is out there ready to kill you. Um, don't let anyone in. It's all dangerous.
yeah. It kind of plays on what's currently, with cleverly using Eldritch Horror. They've really kind of played on what's happening right now as well, and also sort of focusing on people's mental well-being. At least for myself, I can say I've been working from home since March 2020. I'm not even sure now. So I can kind of relate to that. I mean, I am someone who, I quite enjoy my own company, and just spending time with my wife and my son, and not going out too much. But there was at one point where it was starting to get to me. Like, I was literally only going out to take the garbage, which was like a couple minutes, to take out the trash, basically. So yeah, I can kind of understand that it can wear you down, seeing the same walls over and over again.
There was aside from that though, a lot of the mental health. Oh, this whole thing is a big commentary on mental health, right?
Mm.
Lovely piece of art, lovely story. Um, Depression, anxiety, everything you've mentioned. Um, I'm sure we can sit here all day and discuss like all the little stuff. Like I don't know why I keep identifying the character as she. It just feels right. But about to open the door, go outside. Lampshade becomes violent. Tear back from the door. What does it all mean, Jay? We can probably discuss and pick that apart. It's a deep, lovely story. I cannot tell you how thankful I am that you showed me this lovely little thing.
No, and I'm happy to. Like, I thought this would be right up. I didn't want to read too much into it, so I actually, going into this, I didn't really know it was going to cover mental health, honestly. Because I just saw it was Eldritch. I saw the style, and I'm like, this looks interesting, and I just wanted to dive into it very fresh without really reading too much into it, aside from who made it. I think it highlights something very important, that animals can give a lot of relief and love and help with mental health greatly. Having plants even as well, just having something to care for,
Right.
to help make each day easier. And I think if you can give an animal a good home, and especially for
I don't
anyone
have room for more kids.
no but especially for people who like live by themselves during this pandemic, and maybe you want to give like a homeless animal, you know when one of those shelters a home or something like that. I think you could look at, like, that could, you're giving something to a small creature that desperately needs a home, and you're helping each other.
We do rescues here. That's how we do.
Yeah. But no, there's a lot of great topics in regards to mental health that's covered really well here, and a great use of the Lovecraft theme. So
Yeah, I don't know about you, but some of the themes in there. Kudos to the writers, whoever wrote this story.
oh yeah,
You pulled this from somewhere, and I felt that.
I will give it, aside from like the main like areas that they're trying to cover, I just want to say, like, the writing was really, 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 really good.
Yeah, that came from the heart.
Yeah. Yeah, so story, I think, unless you have something else you'd like to add in regards to the story.
I could, but we'd be here all day.
Probably would. And because we could be here all day singing its praises, we were giving the story a 3 out of 3. We loved it. So
We should bring this to the attention of some of the others. They'll love it too.
Yeah, definitely. I'll probably post it in the Discord. But right now, yeah, we come to the final verdict. Final thoughts. I will just say
Awful.
that awful.
Terrible.
Why'd you make?
What a waste of my time.
Why'd you guys make this game? It's terrible.
Go home.
What I want to highlight is this game was made in 48 hours for the Women Game Jam 2021.
Wow.
Game Jam is a series that runs every year, where they have people, indie developers, making games in record time. Honestly, like, some of the indie games that have been featured on my channel have literally been made in less than a week. This was only made in 2 days. So even more incredible.
That is really cool stuff.
Yeah. So who else? So what else have we got here? Credits. Yeah. So lots of great people. The art was done by T-Dog Extreme. Writing was done by Gabriella Logren. So writing, really awesome job. Programming, Jordan Cook Owen, awesome. Music, Talia,
Would have put
Rosso.
this together in no time.
Yeah. So art, writing, programming, music, you guys did an amazing job. And a bunch of people apparently tested as well. So great work to them as well, making sure that this game is running perfectly, which it did. And yeah.
And which where did you buy this? Where can I buy this? They can have my money. I just want them to have my money.
You can't.
I can't.
It's free on Steam.
Oh, it's free? Oh well. I'll look them up. Maybe they got something else.
Yeah, have a look. Maybe they've they did an update on the 16th, and maybe they've got something else going on as far as like maybe somewhere we can donate. I don't know. I have to look into that. But information, links, and everything will. Well, I guess. I'm sorry, I kind of skipped ahead there. Did you have any other final thoughts
No.
on this?
No, all's well.
As we said, we could kind of sing its praises all day long. This was thoroughly enjoyable, and I'm glad I kind of stumbled across this when I saw it come out on Steam. I'm always looking in the tags for Lovecraftian games, so that's how I came across this one. Links and everything will be in the description of this video. I'd like to thank the wonderful mycelial Matt for joining me once again.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
You're welcome. I'll also leave links to Matt's Twitch and anything else he does. I don't think you've done much in a while, but maybe you'll be picking that up once again at some point soon.
Maybe. I'll never stop playing with you, though.
Oh, you're sweet. I hope you don't. We'll have you back on this show again, and then we also need to continue with our other games together as well. So
yes, we do.
But yes, that's been our first take of You Will Not Remain. Don't forget, we have an amazing gaming community called Doing It Wrong, but it's working. We are coming up on our 10-year anniversary, and you can find a link to our Discord in the description. We're an 18+ gaming community playing a variety of different games. There's lots of plans this year. We're going to having many more events organized for game nights, movie nights, and we're a community for not just gamers but also content creators as well. So if you're a streamer or YouTuber and looking to meet other gamers, people you want to hang out with and play games with, and share your content as well, and come and join our community and grow together, just come on in. We're happy to have everyone that would like to join come and hang out with us. So we will see you in the next episode. Hopefully it isn't too long before my next episode of First Take. Once again, we're going to thank the wonderful mycelial Matt, and hopefully it's not too long before you appear in another video.
Hopefully not.
And we'll see you soon. We have once again been non-professional gamers, and we will see you in the next one. That's a wrap.